I'd like to tell you a story. In the early 90s, not long before I was born, my mom fell in love with a game called Myst. My mom has, as my dad puts it, always been a smarty pants. Her loving a puzzle adventure game like Myst doesn't surprise me. I asked her what she loved about the game, and she recalled being enamored by the graphics at the time. According to her, my uncle and her had to get a new graphics card because the minecart section wouldn't play on their current hardware. And, well, obviously the game was released in 1993, meaning the visuals today look pretty dated. And that's why today we're playing the 2021 remake. Hello everyone, and welcome to Myst, brackets 2021. Now, I have played a version of Myst before. I played the Real Myst re-release with the real-time rendering and everything, and I didn't get very far. I don't think I even figured out any of the puzzles, but I enjoyed wandering around the island, and yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. But today we're playing the 2021 re-release, or sorry, not re-release, remake of Myst. And we'll see, I might interject here and there with comparisons to the original, just like visually wise, because obviously I don't know. I didn't play the original release of Myst, so. But we do have it somewhere. My mom kept the copy, I believe. I think we have a big box, one of the big cardboard box PC releases for Myst. But anyway, let's not waste any more time. Ooh, puzzle randomization. Select your puzzle solution preference. If you're new to Myst, we recommend selecting Classic. Ah, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, so I guess if you're a returning player, you can, like my mom, we can move. Well, we can look.
I realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse. I've tried to speculate where it might have landed, but I must admit that such conjecture is futile. Still, questions about whose hands might one day hold my Myst book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
Oh. Wow. Yeah, so again, I have played Real Myst, which has basically the same opening as the original. And that's just, oh, whoa. It's like non-Euclidean fissure. That's really cool, actually. Oh, you can see the moon. Yeah, and it's just an FMV file, I believe, in the original. Anyway. Whoa. Well, here we go. Oh. Look at that. Okay, well, I do know a few things about Myst, not too much. I do know this ship can come up out of the water. And I do know about the secret entrance that's right next to the... I feel like the secrecy of this entrance is a little bit diminished in this new version, because the point-and-click nature of it has you facing here, and the first thing you're going to want to do is move forward. But in a 3D space like this, where you got real-time movement and stuff, the first thing you want to do is kind of look around. So this will be spotted almost right away, I believe. Yeah, I remember this. Hold on, I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. Legacy navigation. If enabled, you can hold down your left mouse button or you to move forward, back up. Oh, what the fuck? Wait, that does... Oh. I mean, that's not legacy navigation, that's just... Legacy navigation would be like travel between the different points on the map that the original screenshots would be. Because I believe... Correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the original Myst was all pre-rendered. It was Real Mist that had real-time rendering. Alright. Oh, that's right. Settings, dimensional imager, topographical extrusion test 40, marker switch diagram 47, water turbulent pool 67. Oh. Okay. Okay, good. That comes back. I was worried if I was worried I couldn't get that back. Oh, it's still a bit loud. Why do games always start like really loud? I feel like all games should start muted or really quiet rather than really loud. And then people can adjust it to be as loud as they like. I feel like that'd be better. Oh, right, I see. So it's probably all right, let's try I think it's at 67. Try 47. Alright, let's give that a try. Is that... Whoa! It's a lever. Marker switch diagram. Alright, 40. We'll try 40. Alright, what are you gonna give us? Just a mountain. Okay, well, I'm sure that'll be useful later. So again, I'm not too familiar with what the puzzles were. I remember the chair with the constellations. No? Okay. And I do want to play the 6th Myst game? I believe it's the 6th. What's it called? Obsidian? No. Abducted. Abduction. Something like that. Okay, these don't seem to be doing anything. Alright, let me in. Was that a blink? Oh. Oh my god. I can take photos. That's cool. We got a little camera with us. Yeah, so this is the constellations. Ian. So... Oh, that... This must be days. This must be the year. Or... That's months. Oh, they're probably coordinates. Can I get in the chair? This isn't much of a chair anymore. Change it? Oh, okay, it is changing. Wait. I wonder. Ah. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I guess they've replaced the chair with just it being a thing. That's a little... Oh, I just realized I've left... See, I don't understand why... I can set my Steam thing to be like, don't show me my friends doing things, but it still notifies me in game anyway. So, my apologies. Alright, I remember the library. Yeah, there's a guy in one of these. Oh. Oh. No. That's not my name. Okay. I see you too. Akinar. Alright. Okay. I'll do that, buddy. That's a little weird for me, having a 3D model instead of the FMV. Especially since I'm pretty sure Abducted kept FMVs. That's a pretty recent game. Oh, maybe these have blue... Oh boy. I have called this age Channelwood, and it is a very different world, though it is exactly how I imagined it. It is still amazing to see it with my own eyes. Water covers this age as far as I can see, except for a small rocky island. Elsewhere, there are only trees which grow directly out of the water. A myriad of thin wooden passageways are built just above the water and disappear into the forest. I assume they were built some time ago, for they appear aged. I am eager to discover more about this land and its people, but I have arrived here late and must rest. I was awakened this morning by strange noises coming from a pathway adjacent to the one on which I had slept. I saw a group of monkey-like people heading in my direction. They had not seen me yet. I did not feel threatened by their presence. Their response to me was one that I would have never expected. After staring at me for a short time, they fell to their knees and began what appeared to be some sort of ceremonial worship. I tried to speak to them, but they did not understand my language. Instead, they indicated through enthusiastic hand motions that I was to follow them. As we walked, whenever I read for like super long periods of time, I start to like accumulate saliva. I began to notice that the waters below us were changing colors. Slowly, subtly, they would change from deep blue to muddy orange, then from muddy orange to beautifully clear. I was so intrigued by the water, I hardly noticed that we had arrived at a ladder. Climbing the ladder led us to their village, which is about 10 meters above the water, and can only be reached by rope ladders that stretch from the lower paths to the village level approximately halfway up the grand trees. It is very interesting watching these people carry out their daily tasks, even after watching them for hours. I did not understand exactly what they were doing. At sunset, they motioned for me to follow them. I followed the creatures to the doorway of an enormous hut. Strangely, once inside, I found that the hut appeared even larger than it had from the outside. The walls were garnished with bright metals, and in the center of the hut sat the leader of these people. At least he appeared to be their leader, for he sat a meter off the floor in a thick throne. Guards surrounded the strong creature, who was dressed in many exotic, colorful fabrics. Next to the leader sat a very old human. At least to some extent he appears human. His hair, which was only on his face and head, was completely gray, almost white, and hung very long around his frail body. His thin head hung limply by an almost grotesque neck that would not hold its head up to look at me. But what a surprise! This creature could speak my language. Shortly thereafter, I was given a bed with some hand motions that looked to be telling me to go to sleep. Man, this is long. I'll look forward to learning more. As I suspected, the ancient creature is a human, but he is old beyond his own reckoning, and seems almost insane. However, the tree dwellers almost revere him as a god. They are treating me now as in the same fashion, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. Yeah, it would for me too. It is almost impossible to understand this old man. His voice is feeble but wild. He has adopted much of the language of the tree dwellers. He himself told me he had not spoken our tongue in ages. He attempted to explain to me the history of this place. The following is my best translation of what he has told me. Many years ago, the humans and tree dwellers lived together in this place, which was then a vast island. They interacted very little. The humans dwelt on the ground, and the tree dwellers lived high above the humans. Occasionally, the island was disturbed by mysterious rumblings which happened randomly. Some sort of tectonic or volcanic action, I suspect. The sometimes slight, sometimes heavy tremors would only last a short time. Then they would stop, allowing everything to return to normal. One day things changed. The rumbling began and grew quickly to unprecedented levels. Oh god, there's that word. Soon it became apparent that the entire island was sinking slowly into the ocean around them. Many of the humans died that day, but not before sacrificing themselves in order to stop the sinking of the island. The humans who lived through this catastrophe moved into the trees, where they gradually died out, maybe because they were unequipped for such an environment, but I'm not sure. This is the story the old man communicated to me. Although many details are very unclear in my mind, I am especially confused as to how the humans saved the island from completely sinking. In fact, I doubt the accuracy of that part of the story. The island must have stopped on its own, yet the old man believes in the truth of the story as if he had been there. And the tree dwellers worship him, and apparently all humans, as if he crossed out, they were heroes or gods. The old man ended our conversation today with an event which I will never forget. He began gripping my hands tightly, murmuring something about rest and asleep, and then said, "We had expected you to come sooner." These actions filled me with a sort of immediate dread. With much effort, he stood to his feet. I tried to help him, but he pushed me away with more force than I imagined his frail body contained. The tree dwellers quietly surrounded him with very solemn faces. They then kneeled before him. He walked to each and placed his hand on their heads. All the while he murmured words which I did not understand. Finally he turned to me and smiled. Then he closed his eyes and walked out of the door and off of the narrow path high in the trees. The tree dwellers were silent. They began a procession down the nearest rope ladder. As I was descending, I saw several of them pick up the body. He had fallen onto a lower level of walkway and carry it away. He was laying down at the dead end of a short pier-like structure. With the use of some potion, one of the tree creatures lit the pier on fire and watched as the flames engulfed him. As this strange funeral proceeded, the waters around the pier changed to dull green. This morning I awoke, finding it hard to even believe the previous evening's events. The water is a dull green for as far as I can see now, for some reason. The water no longer shifts color. As I wander throughout the pathways, the creatures watch me, curious to see what I will do next. They are constantly offering me strange objects of affection. I even found food inside the doorway to the room in which I had slept. This is a unique race of beings. I hope to learn their language soon, so that I may learn more from them. Oh, are these different people? Hold on. Oh man, this is so long. Maybe I'll continue that later. Maybe we'll wander around a bit first. Is this a combo lock? Oh. I see. Oh. I don't like that sound. Hello, rocket ship. I remember you. I don't remember getting in you, but I remember you. As I can deduce from these wires, we must have to relay like power somehow. Wait, can we climb this? We can. Okay, well, obviously there's no power there. Okay, well, we got that. I'm sure if we can figure out how to raise this, I'm sure the boat over there will probably be raised. I believe this might have been the only puzzle I figured out, which I think because the power generator is down here. Or, yeah, what looks like the power generator. I remember having to get this to a certain number. Both of them had to be a certain number. I forget what it is. Oh, no. Okay, didn't like that. Oh, okay, the right one's just not working at all now. Oh, glad we get a fan. Power to ship. Okay, so we fucked up the power to ship, I guess. Okay, no, those don't open. 1, 2, 3, Okay. Generator switches. Okay. Well, I guess we'll leave that alone for now. All right. Well. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. It's the time. Oh, you have to crank it. Gotta crank that soldier boy. Alright. Let's make it 11:11. Okay. No wishes for us. That's right, there was this boiler. Okay, so I remember this image of the tree, because it's this tree, I believe. Oh geez, that goes down a ways. I didn't realize that in the original. Probably because you can see it in the Real Mist. Sorry, I never played the original. Real Mist, I should say. All right, PSI. Okay, so we can. Does that actually affect anything yet? It's doing something. Something outside that's steam? No? Alright, well, I guess we'll just leave the boiler on. Okay, these work. These work. Interesting. For some reason, I thought it would just not do anything. Okay, so that guy wants the blue pages. I'm pretty sure... Yeah. There's someone else in here. Okay. Oh. Okay, that's changed a bit, I think. Oh, that's right. The weird grid thing. Yeah, I have no idea what the solution to that is. I remember there was a... Oh. No? Yeah. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure this led somewhere. Okay. I will say this game is very pretty, as my mother foretold. Take me to elsewhere. That isn't the library. Oh. Key. Key. And book. Okay. Don't know about that. Well, that wasn't much help. Oh, we can't fall off. We can't just be funny and jump down. I suppose the only thing I can really think of is to keep reading, because that's our only, like, lead, really? Oh, shit. Hold on. Can I close that? Can I? Okay, sweet. I was about to say. Better not have fucked myself out of that info. Alright. So... Oh, okay, good. It leaves where we left off. Okay, I don't know if these are different people, so I'm just gonna read them. I've lived on this world for 3 months off and on, and the tree dwellers have shown great hospitality. I'm even beginning to learn bits of their language. I've decided to return home for an extended stay with my loving wife and my sons. And hopefully... Maybe this is the same person. Alright, well, I'm gonna put on a bit of an English accent while I read these. I think it'll be fun.
I realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. Continued.
My loving wife and sons, and hopefully return with them. However, I'm sure Catherine will once again refuse. I think this age would be a wonderful experience for them all, and I at least look forward to how Cirrus and Ocnir Akna. Ark was literally said earlier. Why can't I pronounce it? Okay, I'm pretty sure these are the two guys stuck in the books. Will react to its curious inhabitants. Catherine is staying behind, as expected. My sons have... Okay, so it is the same guy. Why is it in different... Did he just not have the same color pen? My sons have returned with me, and they enjoy this age very much. They get along very well with the tree dwellers and are picking up their language surprisingly fast. I've no doubt that it will not be too long until they can speak with the tree dwellers much better than myself. I'm leaving tomorrow to check on Osmoan, age Cirrus, as suggested that I allow him and his brother to stay. Though the idea unsettles me, I know the boys are growing up rapidly. The hospitality of these creatures is such that I could think of no better place to leave them alone for a short while, so I will consent to their request. I warn the boys not to take advantage of the respect the tree dwellers have for their ideas. They seem to understand my warning, and I have faith they will follow it. Much to my dismay, upon arriving in Everdunes, I learned that Pran and her people are continuing to be menaced by the... Oh god, Chotik. The Chotik. I fear for their survival and plan on returning to her shortly. After checking on Cirrus and Aknir, here, see Everdune's journal for more information. Oh, okay, I see. After watching Cirrus and Aknir, I see they are handling things very well, and I think I can put to rest any fears about leaving them in Channelwood again. And for a little longer time. The tree dwellers seem slightly distressed that I'm leaving, but happy that Cirrus and Aknir are staying behind again. I've been gone for over 3 days and have been to many different places. I had to tell Cirrus and Aknir about Pran's death today. They were visibly shaken, although they only remembered her from their childhood. Catherine has suggested that it would be wise for Cirrus and Aknir to leave Channelwood for a while, and I have to agree. They will be returning with me when I leave again. I've told my sons that they will be returning with me in 2 days. They spent the entire night telling me of an adventure they experienced in my absence, and it was rather remarkable. It seems they constructed a boat with the creatures and traveled some ways out into the surrounding waters. I enjoy hearing them talk excitedly about their adventures, and I am reminded of my own adventures as a child. I finally understand what the tree dwellers have been giving me their many inks and insisting I write with them. Oh, okay, so that's why it's changing color so much. Looking through some of my past entries, I see now that the inks have changed from the black I thought they were, to various different colors. I have shown some of the creatures my journal, and they laughed and howled. I did not know they had such a sense of humor. Oh, so they're playing a prank on him. Even now, as I look through this very colorful journal... Oh, that's the American colorful. Oh, maybe he's not a Brit. I cannot help but laugh myself. I will be returning tomorrow to see, so my sons are with the creatures for the last night here. They've told me they would like to come to Channelwood again, and also asked if they can visit some other ages alone, though I will have to think over their request. I believe they have proven to me that they are trustworthy and responsible. Catherine will also have to help me decide whether they are ready for travel alone. For now, I must give my farewells to the creatures, for I do not know how long it will be until I visit this age again. Okay, so these must be hints for stuff. Future bridge. Does this correlate with anything we've seen so far? I mean, this area could be the dock, but I feel like that would be more obviously a dock. I mean, it might be. That looks where the giant gear is, and the dock could be here, but... I don't know. Okay, and we got a little thing for a windmill and a tree house. Okay, the tree... No, there's a bunch of trees in the back. I was about to say, it might be the big tree. Oh, then again... Oh, there is a lot of trees here. Oh, it could be that tree. That could be... Yeah. That could be where that treehouse was or will be in the future. Hold on. Hold on, something just crossed my mind. Does he have a date on this? I don't see a date. Anything. Alright. Here's what we'll do. I'm gonna change the constellations. And I'm gonna see if anything changes in regards to that area there. Alright, so April 1st. April Fools, guys. Oops. Alright, let's try 21,000. See what that does. I don't know if that actually changes time or... Okay, future. No treehouse. Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering if, like, depending on the day, that treehouse might be there. I don't know. I'm just speculating because I remember getting so stuck on this game during Realmist. Again, I think the only puzzle I kind of figured out was the power thing, and I don't even remember if I actually did. Anyway, alright, well, I guess we'll... Wait! Okay, so that's Windmill? Oh, they have like... Okay, Gemstone, Cog, and... Oh, I see. Okay, so these must have something in them that pertains to that puzzle. Or whatever. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna read this one because we know where a cog is. So maybe it'll give us some lead on that. Actually, we'll do this one because this one's in the room. Oh. Okay, so it's not a journal, it's just straight up a... Oh, Jesus. Why are the numbers so low res? Oh my god. Oh god, it goes past 200. Alright, well, we'll return. Yeah, I wonder how many pages are in this thing. We'll find out later, I'm sure, but... Okay, so... Oh boy. I would use my phone to take a picture, but it's away from the microphone at the moment, so... Alright, so... Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I'll just remember portions of it. Actually, I don't know if you can, like, continue this. Okay, so... Oh, it resets. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to make sure I get a piece of paper for future things, so... Alright, well, I guess we'll continue his journals. Emmett was the first to live on the rocks. He named them the rocks because that's what they were. A group of sharp rocks clustered together in the middle of a large sea. This is where Emmett lived. He enjoyed his life. Oh, there's Floofy. Emmett would occasionally swim to nearby rocks, as it was never too far off a distance. One day, another person appeared on the rocks for no apparent reason to Emmett. Emmett named this new person Branch. Emmett and Branch quickly became friends, swimming and hunting for fish together often. Emmett showed Branch the new simple cave in which he lived on the largest rock. Soon Branch discovered a place where he decided to live. Also on the same large rock, the sun always shone brightly in their world, and the water was always dazzlingly clear. That's hard to say in an English accent. Allowing them to see almost to the deep ocean floor which surrounded them. Though the sun always shone, it was never too hot for the boys. A light breeze always came from the north and cooled the area down. One day while Branch was swimming and having fun in the water, he noticed another boy swimming. Branch brought the new boy to Emmett and to find out what to call the new boy. Emmett said the boy should be called Will. Will was soon a part of the group, and all three of the boys swam and enjoyed their perfect world. Okay, I don't know if this is a diary entry or a story. At least that is the story. Okay. At least that is the story I was told when I arrived today on the island. Emmett, Branch, and Will were surprised to see me at first, but even before the night ended, we were all becoming good friends. Today, the second day on this island, this newly created age, a strange thing happened. It was not strange to me, but the three boys did not understand what was happening. While I was relaxing under a large tree on one of the smaller rock islands, it began to rain. It was a nice rain that lasted for about an hour in the morning. I explained to the boys that the rain was not harmful, yet they obviously still feared it. Before going to sleep tonight, I told the boys I would leave the following day. I told them that while I was gone, I would make a surprising change in their world. They didn't understand, not that I expected them to. I still do not fully understand what happened today. Oh, this is the boat. I was experimenting with the art, testing the limits of the rules as dictated by me, to me by Father. I attempted to create a boat by writing it into the world. Oh, is this one of his kids? Okay, so by Father. Alright, I might try and put a younger spin on this. I attempted to create a boat by writing it into the world. I thought everything was planned correctly, yet somehow the boat had become gripped by the rock and broken in half. Although this test did not turn out as I had hoped, I now had answers to a few of the questions my father never answered. As for the boat, I can see the boys enjoy it anyway, and with that I am pleased. They have played on it all day. Even though the boat cannot move, I have enjoyed studying from it. It is a much sturdier platform than the jagged rocks. In the course of my observations, I have learned some very interesting things regarding the solar system of this age. I still don't know if it's him or one of his sons, maybe. The nights are absolutely beautiful here. I've made note of and named a number of the constellations that pass above me. Also during the night, I catch glimmers of light from the horizon which I have not been able to discover if it is created by some natural phenomenon or by additional people on far-off islands or rocks. I should very much like to discover which. I rather suspect this is additional people, which would explain the appearance of Branch and Will. The rain today was slightly heavier than usual. Just when the boys were getting used to the light rains, a small storm arrived. They were frightened of the heavier rain, not to mention the thunder and lightning. If rain has never fallen here until recently, as the boys tell me, I would like to discover why it is falling now. Regardless, I've decided to return home for a short while. I've also been thinking of some plans for a lighthouse that I hope to construct soon. I think that perhaps by shining a bright light toward the horizon, it might prove my suspicion regarding additional inhabitants. They would be curious about the light and travel to discover its source, if they have the means. I returned with many tools that I will need for construction of the lighthouse. I have decided that once the lighthouse is completed, I will leave for some time and let the world's own imagination have control. We have worked 3 weeks on the lighthouse now and are making great progress. The rock that we are building on seems to not be as secure as I would like. I have had to alter my plans slightly, but those alterations pose no real problem. The boys are quite strong and have been helping me immensely. I estimate construction will be done in 2 days. The lighthouse is finished and we are all proud of our creation. The boys are amazed at the structure wrought from rock with their own hands. That evening we powered up the generator. Okay, the generator, much to the boys' dread at first. and shined a great light to the horizon for many hours. I stayed the night in the top of the lighthouse, and in the morning awoke to observe the sunrise without my being coated with the chilly blanket of ocean dew I had become accustomed to. It was Will who first saw the girl. She was swimming not far from the boat where Will was getting ready to hunt for fish. Then Will noticed a man not far away from the girl. Emmett was very pleased to meet the additional neighbors. I feel pleased to leave this age. I have set in motion events that have nothing to do with writing or the art that will have a more profound impact on this world than I would have ever written. Than I could have ever written. I think. Okay. Stone ship age, bird's eye view. Okay, so we got a boat, but... This doesn't really look familiar, does it? Okay. I'm trying to discern what's going on here, because I don't know much about the story either. Obviously, then that books seem to have an effect on it. So maybe this is probably the same island we're on, but again, like during a different age. So there's probably stuff we can uncover now. Wait. Hold on. I'm going to quickly take a look in here again. Okay. Because that's... Okay, yeah, these are April. Yeah, so the first one was Jan, not Ian. Because we could learn what the name of the constellations, because he said he was naming constellations, so if you can figure out the name and what the date was that it was visible, then we might be able to go back in time or forward in time or wherever. Yes, stone ship. Okay. Of at this age as a gift to myself that I will wrap up and open someday in the future, only to discover that it has changed so much that indeed it is a surprise. Besides, I've yet another new age that awaits me. It seems I'm going to need some way to travel underwater in this new age, and so much planning is in order. It has been 10 years since I left this age, which I have since called the Stone Ship Age. Upon returning, I cannot believe the changes that have taken place. The original 3 boys have grown into adults, and there are many new faces that I do not recognize. Branch told me that it has not rained for 7 years, and the cool breezes are back again. They are all very content and have been serving me with new foods and showing me new materials they have discovered. It even seems they have found gold somewhere. I see it in many forms around the island. My lighthouse has been kept in perfect condition, and it looks as if they have tried their very own... Sorry, I'm stuttering. Oh! There's one. Their very best to keep it so. Yet I have noted that the entire rock it was built on has sunk approximately 40 or 50 centimeters. After a wonderful visit with my old friends, oh, that's probably the clock tower at the end of the island. I wonder aloud with them what things will be like here in another 10 years. Okay, so... Oh man, we have to guess though. Through every like possible date. Oh man. Oh, okay. I don't know if I can do it. Hold on, I want to look at that again. Yeah, that's probably it, isn't it? It's probably sunken even further. I wonder if this has the day-night cycle that Realmist had. Because I distinctly remember... I wonder if that's a setting. Hide vehicle transitions. Teleport to safe spot? Oh, I guess that's if you get stuck. Classic video mode. What is this? Enabling this replaces all updated character videos with the classic FMV style videos from the original Myst. If you enable this option during a game session, you may need to reload save to probably see the... Oh. I see. Oh, that's actually really cool that you get that option. Well, I'm going to save because we haven't saved in a bit. Not that we really made much progress, but I want to see that. I want to see that. All right. Oh, that's better. That's better. That's better. No, I prefer that. I'm keeping that on. Yeah, the new models are a little strange. We might turn them on later just to see what they look like, but yeah, I think I'll read through one more book, and then we might end it there. So, okay. It has been a while since I've heard... well, I don't know who's... I'm going to just do the same voice for all of them until it's proven otherwise. It has been a while since I've heard only silence, and I enjoy it greatly. I think. Yeah, it's the same handwriting, so I must assume it's the same guy. That might not have been his son. That might have been him. For some reason, I do not feel altogether welcome in this new world in which I have arrived. But how could I be unwelcome in an age with no inhabitants? It is, of course, only in my head. This world is very beautiful, but I think I have yet to ever write in a journal that an age I have linked to is horrid or disgusting. From the grassy hill which I am standing, I can see green fields below, along with a few scattered forests. A rather large lake looms some distance from here, from where I am standing. Yet the water's blue can be seen plainly from here. The air is fresh, and the sky is sparkled with white clouds. It is absolutely breathtaking. And yet, I have a strange feeling again. Perhaps that is the hot breeze that continues to blow from the north, hotter than I would have imagined. It almost singes my skin, and I feel quite uncomfortable when it comes. I will try to ignore it. Night has almost arrived, and the sunset is spectacular. Oranges and reds have settled above the western horizon. Though night has come, the horizon still glows red, long past the sunset. Dark reds flow from the horizon and blend into the black sky. Again the feeling, and I am beginning to believe it is not all in my head. I must sleep now. I will need my strength to explore more tomorrow. I've had to return home due to an unpredictable natural occurrence more frightening than I have ever experienced. I was awakened by terrible shakings in the ground and explosions on all sides of me. Gigantic balls of fire were falling from the sky, and I immediately left in fear of my life. I must remember to bring a Myst linking book with me when I return, in case the one left there has been destroyed or damaged. I've returned to a different world than the one I left only 3 months ago. It has been transformed into a barren desert land, with only gigantic craters, scattered across the land to provide variety. Strangely enough, the small grassy hill where I spent the first night remains exactly the way I found it. Apparently the falling meteors did not hit this area, leaving an oasis in the midst of this horrible desolation. The hot wind I remember has turned into a rather pleasant breeze, which is at least one improvement. I fear it is the only improvement. The magnificent lake I saw on my first visit is now completely dried up. However, another lake now exists, and now appears to be quite a bit larger. I assume one of the falling meteors created this lake due to its circular shape and the jutting rock that grows out of the center of the lake. The rest of this world seems like a desert. Although I will verify that statement with a closer inspection. Okay, so maybe these are all probably about the same island, just at different ages. Maybe this is before it was even an island. Maybe that lake just kept growing and growing and growing until it was an ocean. And the rock that is forming is what ended up becoming the island. Though this world has little visual excitement to offer, it offers much to the ears. Sounds constantly flow through my ears, and I have found where a few of them originate. It seems, as Catherine says... Oh, okay, so this is the same guy. I do find beauty in everything. Last night, I was awakened by a horrible hissing. I was sweating, and the heat was so intense that I immediately dipped my head in a nearby stream to cool it down. The hot breezes had returned, along with a low roar from the ground. Oh, there's probably like a volcano nearby. Oh, another one mentioned tremors. So it's probably still a volcano. I walked a short distance to observe some red flames shooting up from the earth. Suddenly the ground began to crack and a huge chasm opened. The chasm continued to grow until it was far too wide to cross. Then the tumult subsiding, leaving only a dull roar. I've decided, however, I can use the chasm to my advantage. Perhaps the heat from the chasm can be harnessed. Collected heat. Radiant chasm. Are you trying to make a motor? Even as the chasm has ripped into the surface of this world, it has opened up a whole new world to explore. Although uncomfortably hot, I found it possible to reach a cave in the chasm that had been created, and have now explored deep into the crust of this planet. I have found a vast underground cave system that will take many years to map and explore. I will also look for a safer way to reach the underground than through the chasm wall. This age seems to change on its own, so I feel I should leave again and see if things are different when I return. It is also important that I check on Cirrus and Arknar, and it's probably Arknar, and make sure everything is going along well. When I return, I also hope to bring back some tools I will need for my plans to explore the underground. The abundance of raw materials here is beginning to amaze me. I have returned with some of the complex tools I knew I would be needing. I assumed I would have to return for more basic materials. However, it seems as though I will be able to find everything I need here. Of course, iron is abundant, and I have also found titanium occurring naturally. I am all the more excited to begin work. Everything is set, and I look forward to tomorrow. My raw materials are all here. I think I will be able to have most of my additions to this age completely within 1 year. I so love working with my hands, whether writing or building. Oh shit, I began today on the bridge, and although something and can't see, do something magnetic idea will work well, and I have decided to something. Okay, so something's changing a compass, I guess. 3 meters is not enough support for the beams, although can't read it. Amazingly strong. Oh, okay, so now we got the ship. Viewing dome. Hatch intake. Stabilizer. Has to be one of my most prized inventions. I am extremely something. Could never have imagined it to come together quite as something. I doubt could possibly work with 14 instead of 8. Completely fatigued. I am so happy to have completed something tomorrow. I'm leaving today in order to bring back Cirrus and Arknar. I have left them alone in Channelwood. I believe they will enjoy all there is to see here. The age seems to have stabilized. I believe the meteor set off a period of volcanic activity by piercing into the shallow crust, but the tremors have become few. I have just noticed that a large amount of this journal has curiously vanished from the very pages on which I wrote over the last 18 months. Fortunately, I've copied many of my construction notes in another journal. I do not understand the many mysteries of this world, but I trust I will discover logical answers to my questions. I have a feeling that many of my questions can be answered in another age, to which I hope to travel soon. But for now, I must simply accept this world's mysteries and take pride in my accomplishments. Okay, so we got piano. Haven't come across piano yet. Okay, yeah, it must be the same island, just in different ages. Okay, so cave. I don't see anything obviously the same though. Okay, that's the end. All right, well, I think this is where we'll leave it for now. We'll continue with the books in episode 2. And yeah, I think that'll do it for now. We'll end on this nice view. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys next episode. I'm seeing how this Let's Play format will go. I'm taking some elements from the old Slow Burn reviews, seeing sort of how we can do things. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.